It's like Craig saying, customers are going to be like that. He said, he got a 1-star review because he told a customer that he had a landscape consultation fee. Now, why the hell does that give somebody a 1-star review? I mean, it's like on our WLS website. There's nowhere on our website that says free estimate. No, you want a free estimate? Yeah, I'll give you a free estimate. I'll tell you our minimum on the phone. Hey, our minimum to mow a lawn's this. Our minimum to spray a lawn's this. Our minimum for aeration is this. Our minimum for seeding's this. But past that, we get into landscaping. We get into projects that are going to take a little time to get your proposal together. Guess what you're going to do? You're going to pay a consultation fee. And, the whole idea, and somebody hit it right on the head. I'm really proud to say this, that somebody, and I didn't write the name down, but somebody hit it right on the head the other day on social media. I was reading that, and it basically said that, we're not in business necessarily it's not the goal to collect the consultation fee. The goal is to educate the customer, create the perceived value, and have them buy your landscape. That's what the goal is. But in the event that doesn't happen, then somebody's got to take care of the time that you've put into that job of trying to put that proposal together, or not trying, but putting that proposal together for them. So with that being said, I think we'll move along to a different little topic, to unrealistic expectations. Again, goes back to the verbiage in the contract. And as Darren said, hey, it is what it is. And I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy on this, but the reality of it is, it is. Thank God it's a small percentage of each and every one of our customers base that we have, whether you're doing 20 accounts or 2,000 accounts or 2 million accounts. The percentages work themselves out. But the reality of it is, sometimes backflips just aren't enough for people. And you're going to get a bad review. You're going to get this. You're going to get that. I'm going to tell all my neighbors, don't you love that when they say that? Well, I'm going to tell all of my neighbors, well, okay. I guess you're going to start, because you haven't told all your neighbors up to now that, that we're doing service for you and they ought to hire us. Well, all of a sudden now you're going to tell all your neighbors. If you know it's such a great thing to do, why didn't you want to help them out with us before? Let's see what Mike's got to say. 1-star review for company's policy. That's like leaving Kroger a bad review because they want you to wear pants in their store. Absolutely. It is ridiculous. But, it goes back to what my Bo buddy Heckabus says all the time, that, a customer's perception is our reality, So, and, I've had people tell us a lot of times when they're looking at our Google reviews that, hey, we called you because you got your Google reviews are predominantly good, but, they're not perfect. And I think that's it. A lot of times people want to bury and hide a negative review, and that's okay. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it doesn't bother me if somebody doesn't like us and it's a legit dislike. Now, if it's something completely arbitrary that's not true, then yeah, we'll try to bury that. But if it's a legitimate thing that they just didn't like us for, then that's okay. Hey, well, they wouldn't spray my yard on Thursday afternoon between 2 and 5. Well, that's kind of petty, but I think sometimes people appreciate reading that stupid stuff that customers put out too, that makes it real. Craig just sent me a text, but on one of his reviews. Can't read it, Craig, but I'll read it, man, when I get off here today. But but Russ is right. It is a headache sometimes. So, and Darren, I apologize if this sounds negative, but it's really not negative as much as it is. Let's just, as an industry, stop talking about fuel and how much it costs, and showing pictures at the pump. And, because guys show a picture and he'll say, look, man, to fill up my truck or my 2 trucks. And then because somebody's got to come back in and say, well, look, I spent this on 14 trucks, or look, I spent this on 73 lawnmowers, or I spent this on whatever. I'm not saying, forget about it necessarily. I'm just saying, let's just move along. Fuel prices are not getting any cheaper. And all we're doing by keeping and talking about it on a daily basis, it's probably going to put you into a negative rut. You know, it's kind of like watching the news, man. When you watch the news and they tell you how bad everything is, all of a sudden you believe, damn, things are pretty bad. But if you turn the news off and just run your business, and I'm not saying be blind. I can hear some of you guys thinking, man, Wayne, you've lost your mind. I'm not saying be blind to what fuel is costing us or be blind to what's happening in the economy. I'm just saying, let's move along. Let's don't allow it to pull us down into that negative rut, because maybe we'll start believing that, damn, maybe it really is that bad. And it really is that bad, maybe. But what can you do about it? Nothing. So what you do is you do something about it and you move along, you know, because generally there's a way out. There's a way out, but don't let yourself get stuck in that rut of thinking, oh man, it's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. You know, there's two ways we can look at everything, right? Or three, technically. You know, the old half glass thing, you know, is it half empty, half full? But then what you really got to worry about is the person that says, where's the glass? You know? So the reality of that says, man, know what's happening around you. Deal with it, adapt with it. Make changes as necessary. And move along with your business. It's just that simple. Move along with your business. You know, and stop saying, man, how do you guys tell your customers it's going to cost more because of the fuel? Well, if you got a contract, you should have verbiage in your contract that allows that to take place, not just for fuel, but for anything. You know, what about ice melter that supplies can become an issue on? You know, for you guys that are doing snow and ice management, I mean, we're coming up on that time of the year, as crazy as it sounds. You know, but we're coming up on that time of the year. Do you have a clause in there about the supply issues with that and the pricing that comes along with that? You know, so we got to think about not just fuel, but all aspects of running our business. And it all boils down to simply knowing why you charge what you charge and utilizing some type of information that allows you to do on-the-fly adjustments, whether it's in your contract. And if you don't have a contract, then you can make that change immediately. And don't think, God, I'm going to lose the customer if I raise their price. Well, you're going to lose your business if you don't. That's what I want you to remember. Just that simple. When next time you say, I'm going to lose the customer if I don't raise my prices, what's the alternative? It's losing your business. Now you'll make the right decision. You know, let's see what we got. Absolutely. You know, it's a good text there. Guy says, you know, it's his personal opinion on fuel that, man, it's a foreign game that they're playing right now with us. And, you know, that I agree. You know, it is. You know, we got the ability to fix it right here at home. Let's fix it. Let's fix it and move along.